Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. Today we are asking, are they emotionally available for you? And you already know how we do it over here. We don't sugarcoat, we tap right into it. We're going to find out what's really going on, what they are hiding, and whether they can show up for you the way you deserve. But before we jump in, let me remind you real quick, I still got the limited time offer. Any three questions you want answered, just $33. You can ask about love, money, future moves, whatever's on your heart. That's 3 for 33, and it won't be open forever at that price. All right? So, let's take a moment here and meditate on the three cards and pick the one that calmly draws you the most. This is card 1 with the turquoise crystal, card 2 with the green aventurine, and card 3 with the black obsidian. All right, so let's get straight into it. Hey, Clarity family, welcome to your reading. Today we're asking, are they emotionally available for you? And you already know how we do it over here. We don't sugarcoat, we tap right into it. We're going to find out what's really going on, what they are hiding, and whether they can show up for you the way you deserve. But before we jump in, let me remind you real quick, I've still got a limited time offer. Any three questions you want answered, just $33. You can ask about love, money, future moves, whatever's on your heart. That's 3 for 33. And it won't be open forever at that price. All right. So let's see here. Pile 1, your energy drew you here to the turquoise crystal and the listen card. Now, let me tell you, this card is screaming at me right now. Okay. They are not hearing you. Okay. This person is not hearing you. They're not present. They're nodding. They are smiling, but they're not actually absorbing what you're saying. Okay. And this screams emotional avoidance. So, yeah, they know that there are conversations that they should be having with you, but instead they're choosing to tune it out. You know what I'm saying? So, this is that classic I'll listen when it's convenient energy. And that's already a sign of emotional unavailability. So, and listen, that's just the beginning, okay? We got 6 more cards to pull in this pile, so don't go anywhere because I promise you, the deeper we go, the more truth is going to spill out. All right? And let me just warn you, at the very end of this pile, I'm going to drop something in the total energetic frequency that I'm picking up right now that's going to shock you. Something you weren't expecting to hear about this connection. So you're going to want to stay through the full reading because it's not just about them. It's about you and your alignment. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull your first card and see where the energy is heading. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? You got the Merchant. And of course, this is the energy of the planet Mercury. And let me just point this out that Mercury, it rules over Gemini and Virgo. Okay. So we want to keep that in mind. It rules over Gemini and Virgo. So of course, Virgo could be in the top placements of your birth chart or theirs. It just really depends. It could be in the sun, the moon, the rising sign, the 7th house of relationships, or even the planet Venus. Okay, to be honest with you with that, Gemini. But nevertheless, it's strong. It's communication. So let's go ahead and pull your second card, and then I'll channel this energy of the Merchant Mercury, and this card that's coming through. All right, and you got the Martyr, Martyr, and addiction to self-pity. Ooh, y'all, this is messy already. So we're going to start here with Mercury, and then we'll move into the martyr energy. All right. Thank you, Spirit. So, um, now, of course, listen, let me keep it real. Okay. When Mercury energy comes through, it's all about how they talk, how they listen, and how they show up in conversation. So if you have been dealing with mixed messages, ghosting, or half answers, that's straight Mercury shadow. Okay. And you got the martyr. Okay. This message on this card, addiction to self pity. Okay. Like I said, this is messy already because this is somebody who gets stuck in their own head, replaying victim role and dragging you into their cycles. So, yeah, what's coming through is this. Here's what I'm hearing, that they want to be understood, but they don't want to do the work to be understood. Right? Yeah, they will talk about what's hard for them, but when it's your turn, they shut down. They shut down. So what you got, that's Mercury plus the martyr energy combined. It means that they communicate just enough to keep you hooked, but they are not stepping into accountability. They are not. And listen, that's just 2 cards. Okay, we got 4 more to pull in this pile. And by the time we get to the total energetic frequency, you're going to see the full truth of why they are acting this way and what it means for you. So stay with me because the next card is about to reveal what's really hidden underneath this self-pity cycle. All right, so let's go. All right, here we go. Let's see. What is the energy? All right. What is the energy as it does relate? And you got lost. I feel lost without you. I don't know. I was expecting something like that. Weren't you? This person is definitely in their feelings. So when this energy comes through, okay, this is not just a statement, okay? This is dependency and desperation energy. So they feel incomplete when you're not there. Yes, yes, they do. But it's not the same as healthy longing. It's fear of loss masquerading as love. So it smells like nostalgia plus panic memories, okay? It's like memories are used like glue to hold the connection together. But when the mood shifts, they panic and they look to you to calm them. It's also control adjacent, okay? So when someone says, I feel lost without you, it often comes with expectation that you should fix them, show up on demand, or prove your love. Okay, so I'm picking up like a male presence, y'all, and he is emotionally disoriented when you step back. And it's not because he's mature, but because your absence exposes his own inside work, and he doesn't want to do the work. He does not want to do the work. So there's a loop of drama that he falls into, which is like craving, cling, and then guilt play and relief, and then repeat. You are the relief. That's addictive for him and not necessarily transformational. So, yeah, deep down, he admires you, yes, but admiration plus fear, right? That's not readiness. So, he is not consistently anchored. He rocks between wanting you and being afraid of true vulnerability. So, um, what does this mean for you? This is it. This is a red flag for emotional availability. So it's like wanting you because comfort is not the same as building a partnership. So if you stay in rescue mode, you keep him safe and you keep yourself in a cycle of anxiety and question. So this is not the life that you promised yourself. Now, if your goal is a stable, loving relationship, this energy needs structure or it will burn you out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it will burn you out. All right, so let's go ahead and pull your next card. And you got 3 more cards to go. All right, thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate to what do we have coming through? And you got, look at that, the 8 of Wands energy. So, of course, that's fire and creativity. It governs the fire zodiac signs. And yeah, the Ace of Wands, it's pure fire, spark, and ignition. Okay, this is the card of sudden chemistry that can't stop thinking about you type of rush. Creative force. Okay, so they want to start something, but it's more impulse than plan, and it's also that passion that burns hot, but it's the same passion that can burn out just as fast. Right? So, like I mentioned, that this energy governs the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So those placements could be in your chart or theirs in the top placements. But it doesn't matter if it's the sun, moon, rising. Okay, it doesn't matter. What matters is that this card equals desire and action impulses. Now, how this connects with loss without you is that they feel lost, right? And they chase the spark. They panic in silence. They text, call, or pop up with intensity. And they don't want to lose you, but instead of grounded action, it's fiery gestures, promises, and passion moves. So, yeah, this card says that their way of proving that they care is to spark heat and not build roots. So what I'm picking up from this is that I literally hear, if I can get their attention again, everything will be fine. And that's surface level reassurance and not real emotional depth. So yes, they likely reach out, but it may look like a "hey stranger" text, a sudden romantic invite, or even like a late night impulse call, just calling you on impulse. So it's not the full picture of availability, it's the rush of wanting you in the moment. So what does this mean for you? It means, don't confuse chemistry for commitment. Fire energy is fun, sexy, magnetic, but you have been here before. And the question is, can they keep the flame alive once the novelty fades? Right? And if you want more than sparks, you'll need to hold boundaries and see if they match your consistency. So that's where we're at with this card. But remember, we still got 2 more cards to pull. And then I'll drop the total energetic frequency at the end of this pile. So that's where the real shock is going to hit. All right, so let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see who's coming through. And you got to be is your purpose. The card says to be is your purpose. So this is what I'm picking up. Okay, this is Spirit stepping in and saying, don't get lost in chasing or fixing. Just being you is enough. It's enough. You don't have to bend, chase, or prove anything to this person. If they are lost, that's their lesson. Your purpose is not to rescue, but to exist in your truth. So this is about alignment. So when you be, you attract. When you chase, you drain. Right? You see how that connects? Okay. So think about the cards that we already pulled. I feel lost without you. Okay. They are in self-pity mode. The Ace of Wands, they come in hot with passion. They come in like that first and promises second. Now, this is to be is your purpose. This is Spirit saying, don't get caught in their cycle. You don't exist to validate them. Your purpose is to stand in your own energy so you attract someone who shows up whole. Right? I literally hear when you start rescuing, they will finally face themselves. So this feels like a soul contract lesson. You were never meant to complete them. You were meant to mirror their incompleteness until they wake up. But here's the twist. While they wrestle with that energy, you're supposed to keep living and building and creating. Your joy, your expansion, your glow is the magnet. That is the magnet. Okay, so what does this mean for you? Well, it means that this card it's a release note, if that makes sense, right? Because you don't have to overanalyze every word or action. Your purpose is to be confident, radiant, and grounded. So when you choose that, you're no longer waiting for scraps. You're teaching them without words what healthy energy looks like. And you're opening the door for either them to rise up or for someone new, emotionally ready to meet you at your level. Okay? And we still got one more card to pull before I drop the total energetic frequency of this pile. And let me tell you, that frequency message is going to cut through all the confusion and reveal the real answer to, are they emotionally available for you? Yes or no, and why? Okay, so let's do it. What is the energy? All right, as it does relate, let's see what's coming through. Go here. Self-indulgence. The card says focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. So here's the thing. This card is you, not them. So Spirit just shifted the mirror and said, stop studying them and look at you. This is about self-worth checks, okay? Where have you been over-giving, over-analyzing, or waiting for crumbs? This is about a healing window. This connection triggered wounds that were already there. Okay, so now's the time to sit with them and not mask them. Self-appreciation, your glow, your voice, your purpose, that's what needs spotlight, not their inconsistency. So how it connects to this story with, I feel lost without you is their dependence. The Ace of Wands is their passion sparks. It's their passion sparks, but without roots. You already know if you don't have the roots to be grounded, what is it? It's just wild. And to be in your purpose, Spirit is reminding you to anchor in your own being. And now you got self-indulgence, which equals confirmation, because this lesson is about you reclaiming your worth. And they may not be emotionally available, but you are being pushed to become emotionally available for yourself. So what I hear is this: when you choose yourself, you break the cycle. So this person is not your punishment, they're your mirror. And they showed you exactly where your boundaries need reinforcement. So you keep asking, are they available? Spirit flips it. Are you available to your own healing, your own purpose, your own joy? And here's the hard truth, okay? No, no, they are not emotionally available for you right now. Yes, they miss you. Yes, they chase sparks. But availability requires accountability, and they are still avoiding that work. The shocking part, the real block isn't their feelings, it's their capacity, because they literally don't have the tools to show up the way you need. Okay? And so Spirit is saying, stop waiting for them to catch up and pour that energy into you. The minute you stand fully in self-worth, either they rise or they fall. Okay? Either they rise or they fall. But either way, you win. Okay? Because you don't heal by fixing them. You heal by choosing yourself. And that's the whole lesson of this pile. So stop asking if they're lost, right? Ask if you're willing to be found. Reminder, my 3 for $33 offer is still live. 3 questions, your choice. You can ask you about this relationship, your next love, your career, your money. If you need deeper clarity on your situation, this is your sign. Grab it. Go grab it. Okay? Now, here's the thing, pile 2. I just want to say this. The bottom line is they're not emotionally available right now. And it's not because you're not enough, but because they don't have the capacity. They don't have the capacity to rise to your level. And Spirit is saying that your purpose is to be and not fix. So if you have been overgiving and chasing and waiting for crumbs, this is your confirmation. Stop and pour back into yourself. Choose you, love you, stand tall in your worth. Because when you do that, you either attract their growth or you attract someone brand new who's already ready. Either way, again, you win. You win. So stay grounded, stay glowing, and remember, if they can't meet you, it's not your loss, it's theirs. Period. Welcome in, Clarity family. Today's reading, are they emotionally available for you? The truth, yes or no, plus why. And before we dive in, let me remind you real quick, my 3 for $33 is still live. That's 3 questions, $33. You can ask me about this person, your next love, your career, your money, your spiritual path, whatever you need clarity on. Don't sit in confusion when you can get the straight answers. The link is in the description. Grab it while it's open. Okay? If you pick the green aventurine crystal and the intuition card, Spirit is already dragging you. Okay? This card is basically saying, why are you here asking what you already know? Right? And let's be real, your gut has been screaming at you. Y'all don't get mad at me. This is how it's coming out. But you've been playing yourself with excuses. Pile number 2. And Spirit is saying you can lie to yourself, but your intuition don't miss. It don't miss, y'all. So the connection feels good in the moment, but hollow in truth. It's hollow. It is so hollow. Okay, you keep ignoring the pit in your stomach every time they switch up. And Spirit is laughing a little, right? Spirit is laughing a little like, sis, you already had the download. Stop pretending you don't. Okay? This is that back and forth BS. Okay, because they give just enough so you don't walk away, but enough to actually build something real, but not enough to actually build something real. It's the classic breadcrumbing. Spirit is saying that this isn't mystery, it's pattern. So here's where it gets real ugly. The only reason you're still wrapped up here is because they are reflecting your shadow. Okay, now that's piece of you that's the piece of you that thinks if I prove I'm worth it, they'll finally step up. Nope, wrong. That's dead energy. Okay, so honey, let's go ahead and pull your next card. You got 6 more cards to go here in this pile. And then I am going to give you the total energetic frequency of this connection. All right. So let's go ahead and pull your next card. Thank you, Spirit. You got Mercury, the messenger. All right. And let me just point out that the planet Mercury does rule over Virgo and Gemini. But we're going to pull another card. Thank you, Spirit. Your second card, you got Scribe. And it says, altering facts or plagiarism, y'all, of others' work. Okay. Listen, Linda, listen. Y'all remember that video? Listen, Linda, that cute little boy. He was talking to his mom. Look, that's the vibe, honey. Got Spirit trying to talk to you. All right. We're going to start here with Messenger. Okay. Now, let me remind y'all, Mercury rules over Virgo and Gemini. Sometimes I repeat myself. It's just what I do. So if you or this person got those placements in your sun, moon, or rising, or even heavy in your 7th house, pay attention. So this is communication energy, but Spirit is saying that it's communication with an agenda. And they know exactly what to say to keep you listening. They are smooth with it. They'll text you, call you, even gas you up when they feel like you are slipping away. But ask yourself, do their words actually match their actions? Because right now, Spirit is saying this is talk with no backbone. Okay? And then we pull the Scribe, the message, altering facts, plagiarizing others' work. Y'all, I said it. Listen. This is someone who cannot stand on their own truth. Okay? They twist stories. They leave out details. They present themselves as more healed, more ready, more spiritual than they actually are. And this is giving. I'll tell you what sounds good so you won't question me. So Spirit is exposing them because this person edits reality. They're not delivering the uncut version. No, they're not. I'm going to keep it real. This pile screams mask energy. They want you to see them a certain way, but underneath it's sloppy. Okay? Because they alter facts and they perform. They feed off what looks good and not what's true. Y'all. And we still got 4 more cards to pull before I drop the total energetic frequency of this connection. And let me tell you right now, that frequency is going to sting. Because it's not just about them, it's about the lesson Spirit is demanding you learn in this season. All right, so let's go. All right, what is the energy as it does relate? And you got the future. And the card says, I daydream about our future together, going on adventures and growing old together. I want it all. Y'all see that? Listen. On the surface, this sounds beautiful, right? Somebody saying that they see a future with you. They want it all. But Spirit is saying, be careful. Daydreaming is not the same thing as doing. They love the fantasy of you. They love imagining the lifestyle, the adventure, the glow up. But when it comes to actual work and showing up consistently and putting in the sweat equity of love, when it comes to putting in the sweat equity of love, they check out. This is wishful thinking energy. They want the end results, but not the grind it takes to build them. Okay. Now, pair it with the other cards. With Mercury equals talk with no backbone. Scribe, altering the facts and twisting narratives. And then the future, daydreams with no foundation. That's a whole pattern. They talk, they spin, they fantasize, but where's the action? Where's the action? I literally heard just now, they want the Instagram version of love, not the real life version. They want the cute selfies, the vacations, the look at us energy. But when it comes to accountability, conflict resolution, real emotional presence, they stall. This is someone who loves to romanticize the future but avoids building. And listen, we got 3 more cards to go, right? Before I break down the total energetic frequency. So don't move, because once we hit that frequency, you're going to see exactly why Spirit has been warning you about this person all along. All right, let's go. Okay. What is the energy as it does relate? And you got, look at there, 8 of Swords. Y'all. The 8 of Swords coming through loud and clear. And y'all, I said 8, the number 8, not ace. And then there's a big difference, okay? Now, here's what's coming through. Spirit gave us this 8 of Swords. And let me tell you, this is not freedom energy. This is trapped, stuck, blindfolded, self-imposed prison vibes. They are mentally bound. They don't move forward. And not because they can't, but because they don't want to take the blindfold off. This is someone who would rather stay in the illusion than face the work of growth. They are comfortable being confused, being lost, because they don't have to take responsibility. The 8 of Swords is Spirit screaming they're unavailable because they choose stuckness over freedom. That's what they choose. Now, how this relates to them. They will tell you stories, honey. They will twist the facts, and they will daydream about the future. But when it comes to action, the 8 of Swords equals paralyzed. They can move, but they won't. They keep themselves tied up because staying stuck is easier than stepping up. And honey, I literally just heard that, listen, they like being the victim. This is martyr energy. This is martyr energy in motion. Someone who convinces themselves that they're trapped, but really it's their own BS holding them back. And here's the kicker. They want you to be the one who unravels the ropes. And they want you to be the hero that proves your love by saving them. But Spirit is saying, no, that's not your job. Now, the bottom line with this card, the 8 of Swords is the ultimate unavailable card. They can't give to you because they won't even give to themselves. And you can't build with someone who refuses to cut themselves loose. And don't go anywhere. We still got 2 more cards to pull before I drop the total energetic frequency of this whole connection. And that frequency It's about to expose not just them, but why spirit even let you cross paths in the first place. Okay, so let's go. All right. Oh, what is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? And you got look inward to be happy. Look inward to be happy. Now, listen, this is spirit reminding you that your happiness is not hanging on their behavior. Period. Stop waiting for them to show up to decide you're enough. Stop like tying your joy to whether they call, text, or finally choose you. Happiness is not something they hand you, it's something you grow yourself. Spirit is saying, if you want to be happy, stop looking outward for validation. Look inward and build it. Okay, now how does this relate to this mess? Let's stack it up. Let's stack it up. Mercury equals smooth talk with no backbone. The scribe equals twisting facts. And future equals daydreams, fantasies. The Eight of Swords equals trapped, stuck energy. And now to be happy, look inward, is spirit shifting the spotlight back to you. They are not the path to your peace. You are. Okay? And what I'm picking up is this. Stop auditioning for someone who hasn't even earned a ticket to the show. You keep handing them the keys to your mood, your day, your glow. And Spirit is saying, take those keys back. Your happiness is your job. If they can't match that vibration, they're not meant to ride along. Now, the bottom line with this card, Spirit is giving you the wake-up call. You can't be happy waiting for an unavailable person to suddenly become available. That's backwards. Your glow, your worth, your joy, it all has to come from you. That's when you stop chasing and start attracting what's real. And hold up, we still got one more card before I drop the total energetic frequency of this connection. And let me tell you right now that frequency message, it's about to expose exactly why Spirit dragged you into this lesson in the first place. All right, so let's go. What is the energy? All right, as it does relate, let's see what's coming through. Mask. Not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, gaslighting. The Mask card. Why am I not surprised? Tell me. Can anybody tell me why I'm not surprised? If you care to. Here's the thing. This person is performing. They give the look of vulnerability, the I hear you lines, the dramatic apology, but it's surface. The mask is classic image over integrity. Gaslighting alert. They will say things that make you doubt your memory or your reaction. So that's not what happened type of statements that they have. That's not what happened, or you're too sensitive. That's how the mask stays glued on. High, personify, dilute. They mirror what you want to see to keep you engaged. Then dilute the truth so responsibility never lands on them. Okay. So, honey, he's rehearsing feelings. He wants to look like he cares because that gives him access to your energy. But he's not doing the inner work to actually be present. So, yeah, this is power play energy. Confusion plus charm equals control. When you call him out, he pivots. He pivots to performance, dramatic sadness, fake tears, grand gestures to avoid real accountability. You aren't surprised because your intuition already recognized the fake script and your body knew it before your mind realized it. This is a behavior pattern that you're seeing. Okay. It's like surprise gestures that mean nothing long term. Gifts, texts at 2 a.m., stories that change, facts altered to suit the narrative, apologies that sound rehearsed and repeat offenses immediately after, emotional toggling, hot attention, cold shutdown, guilt play, repeat. Okay. Evidence over emotion, honey. Keep a mental or a real log of actions versus words. So if he promises and doesn't deliver twice, you stop accepting the promise. Okay? And next time he gaslights, say calmly, that's not my experience. I remember X. I won't be redirected from that. Drop it. And then no argument. Baby, you got to limit. This is what's coming through. Spirit is saying you got to limit the repair theater, right? So if he does a big gesture after screwing up, don't reward the show. Respond. I'll see consistency over a month before I accept grand moves. Baby, this is like a 30-day no rescue test, honey. Pull back emotional labor for 30 days. And ask, do his actions change when you stop fixing him? Because behavior reveals truth. And the Spirit is saying, baby, you got to have boundaries that bite. Concrete limits. No late night drama calls. If it's urgent, text, right? If not, then talk in the daylight. Keep your peace. Okay? Because here's the thing, they are not hidden, they are performing. The mask isn't vulnerability, it's avoidance. It's avoidance dressed up as feelings. And the real shock is that the mask only works if you keep applauding it. Let me say it again for the Clarity family in the back. The mask only works if you keep applauding it. Stop the applause. You were right to be suspicious, and your intuition was the alarm. And this card just confirmed it. Trust your gut, set hard boundaries, and stop tolerating emotional theater. So if you can't show real work, if they can't show real work, let them keep the mask and step out from its shadows. Okay? That's what you got to do. And I know Spirit came in hard on you, but hey, the truth must be told, right? And that's where I'm leaving it for this pile. The truth is simple. This person is not emotional available. They talk a good game, they fantasize, they edit facts, they play victim, they wear the mask. But the consistency just isn't there. Spirit is saying, stop giving credit for potential. Stop rewarding words when the actions are BS. If someone can't show up unmasked, then they don't deserve front row access to your energy. This was your reminder, honey. Your intuition already knew it. You've been questioning yourself when the evidence has been in your face the whole time. This connection was a mirror lesson, not your forever. Not your forever person. Okay, so if you need this cracked open deeper, don't sit in confusion. My 3 for 33 is still open. 3 questions, $33. You can ask about this exact person, your next love, your career, your money, or your spiritual journey. Don't guess when you can get clarity. Stay glowing, stay grounded, and remember, if they can't step up, it's not your loss, it's theirs. Period. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. Today we are asking, are they emotionally available for you? The truth, yes or no, plus why. Y'all already know how we do it over here. We don't play nice, we don't sugarcoat, we get straight to the truth, okay? But real quick, before I dive in, my 3 for 33 is still open. That's 3 questions, $33. You can ask me about this person, your next move, your career, your money, your spiritual journey, whatever you need clarity on. Don't sit in confusion. Don't waste energy guessing when you can just get the answers. Okay, it's a limited time, so don't wait. All right, so if you pick the black obsidian crystal and the go with the flow card, listen, this already tells me a whole lot. This is someone who coasts. Okay, they coast. They want things easy. They like to ride the wave, avoid the hard combos, avoid decisions, go with the flow. Okay, go with the flow is cute when you're planning a vacation, but in a relationship, it's a damn cop out. Okay, now Spirit is saying that this is their excuse for not showing up fully. They want you to adjust, to compromise, and lower your standards. And so they don't have to do the actual work committing. And trust me, that's just the surface, okay? We got 6 more cards to pull here in this pile. And what I'm about to show you is going to connect the dots. By the end, I'm going to reveal the total energetic frequency of this connection. And let me warn you, it's not what you have been telling yourself. So stay with me because this pile, it's about to drag the truth into the light. All right, so let's go ahead and let's pull your first card. You have the planet Jupiter. Okay, and on the card it says the Sage. I'm going to pull a second card and then we'll channel both energies. The Jupiter card also says the truth will set me free. Just want you to know that. Jupiter does rule over the zodiac sign Sagittarius as well. But let's pull your second card. It says gossip. And it says thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidence. Okay, so we're going to start here with Jupiter and then we'll slide on in to the gossip energy, y'all. Let's see. We'll go straight to gossip after Jupiter. Okay. So, here's what Jupiter is screaming. It's screaming expansion, growth, and truth. So the message says, the truth will set me free. And I got to tell you right now, Spirit is dragging them with this card. Because yes, they know the truth. They know that they've been half-stepping. And they know that they have been hiding. But instead of freeing themselves with honesty, they've been coasting. And Jupiter is saying that their freedom is in the truth, but their comfort is in the lie. Okay? Their comfort is in the lie. And listen, the second card that we pulled, gossip, this says, it thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidence. Why am I not surprised? Because this is someone who runs their mouth, but doesn't run their growth. They thrive off mess, off talking circles, off knowing just enough to look important. And the dark side is that they can't hold water. What you tell them in confidence, it leaks. So Spirit is saying, watch what you share. Not everything you say needs to be in their hands because their pattern is to use info as leverage, not as intimacy. So when you tie Jupiter plus gossip together, okay, you put this together and it's clear. Jupiter equals truth sets free. Gossip equals they run from truth by hiding in drama. They are emotionally unavailable because they hide behind noise, not honesty. Instead of real transparency, it's chatter. It's chatter, right? It's half truth and distractions. And listen, that's just 2 cards. We got 4 more to pull before I hit you with that total energetic frequency of this pile. And I'm telling you right now, that frequency is going to show you exactly why Spirit needed you to see to see through this person's mask. All right, so let's go. Okay, what is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what's coming through. You got, I'm leaving. I'm ready to leave a situation or mindset that has not served me and hindered my growth. That's interesting, right? Because I say it's interesting because this card is all about exit energy. But don't let it fool you because there are 2 ways this can play out. They are talking, right? Saying that they are leaving or changing because it sounds good. It keeps them holding on. It keeps you hopeful. They are resisting, okay? They know that they need to leave toxic patterns, people, or habits, but Spirit is saying that they have been dragging their feet. The shadow here is this. They love the idea of leaving, but not the action of it. Now, how it connects to Jupiter plus gossip is this. Jupiter said, the truth will set me free. And gossip exposed that they thrive off mess and secrets. Now, I'm leaving equals the tension, and they know they need to grow. But gossip plus lies equals their comfort zone. So what's the drag? They claim they are leaving, but they are addicted to the same cycles. I literally hear that they pack their bags, but they never walk out the door. They tell you and themselves they're done with drama, but the minute it feels uncomfortable to grow, they run right back. This is classic breadcrumb energy. Just enough movement so you don't walk away. Not enough to actually evolve. And the bottom line with this card is that this isn't freedom yet. It's fantasy of freedom. So until you see consistent action, I'm leaving is just another story. It's just another story. And stay with me because we still got 3 more cards to pull before I drop the total energetic frequency of this pile. And listen, that frequency is about to expose not just what they are doing, but why Spirit is making sure you don't miss the signs this time. All right, so let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? And you got the Knight of Pentacles. This is earth energy, governs the earth zodiacs. The Knight of Pentacles is slow, like painfully slow. This is someone who moves at a crawl, always saying, I'm working on it. But years later, you're still waiting. They promise change, they swear that they are building stability, and they act like they're the reliable one. But here's the shadow. It is stuck energy disguised as steady energy. So they hide procrastination under the label of patience. Okay. Now, Spirit is saying don't confuse bare minimum consistency with real growth. Now, how this ties to the other cards is this: Jupiter, truth, sets free. You got gossip, they thrive on mess and avoids integrity. I'm leaving talks about change, rarely acts. They rarely take action. The Knight of Pentacles is a snail's pace, never actually delivers the transformation. This pile is basically showing you someone who talks expansion but moves like cement. I literally hear that they want credit for progress that they haven't even made. It's like they will say, I'm trying to be patient. But when you zoom out, what are they really doing? Talking, gossiping, fantasizing. And this is the kind of energy that'll keep you locked in a cycle of waiting, and waiting while your life passes by. So the bottom line with this card, this Knight of Pentacles here, isn't your steady provider. It's the warning. Okay, it is the warning. Don't mistake slowness for loyalty. Sometimes slow just means stalled. And hold up. We got 2 more cards to pull before I drop the total energetic frequency for this pile. And that frequency is about to drag not just them, but the way Spirit wants you to stop accepting crumbs dressed up as stability. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what's coming through. All right, what is the energy coming through, Spirit? You got justice. Justice shall prevail all the time, no matter what. Justice is karma. Justice is receipts. Justice is the universe saying, I'm keeping score, whether they admit the truth or not. This card is all about accountability. So every lie they told, every fake I'm leaving promise, every stall tactic, every mask they wore, Spirit is saying that you don't have to play judge, jury, and executioner because the scales are already balancing. Now, how this relates to this pile is this. This is the checkmate card. The truth will set them free. Jupiter, right? But the truth will also expose them. So if they've been running games, they will get caught. If they have been betraying your confidence, it's coming to light. And if they've been keeping you stuck, Spirit is literally handing you the sword of clarity to cut ties. Justice says, you're not crazy. You saw what you saw. Now let them face the consequences. Now I hear loud and clear. Their mask will slip in front of the wrong person. And that's when their empire of lies crumbles. This isn't a maybe. This is inevitable. So Spirit is saying truth always exposes itself. And for you, justice is the green light to stop second guessing and start honoring your own knowing. Bottom line with this card, justice is not about revenge, okay? It's about release. It's the universe proving that you don't need to chase closure because closure is already on its way. One more card to go before I drop the total energetic frequency of this pile. And trust me, once we pull that last card, the full picture is going to click into place in a way you can't ignore. All right, so let's go. Your final message. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? And you got self-indulgence, focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Okay. Let me just say this. This is spirit dragging the spotlight back to you. So after all this noise, their gossip, their half-truth, their fake unbelieving, their slow-mo Knight of Pentacles BS, Spirit is saying the assignment is not them, it's you. You are being pushed to reclaim your energy. You're being told to put your healing first. You are being challenged to stop overgiving, stop rescuing, stop waiting. This card is Spirit saying that your power comes back the minute you stop looking at their potential and start feeding your own growth. Now, how it connects to this spread is this. Jupiter, the truth sets you free. Gossip exposes their fake connections. I'm leaving. Empty promises, honey. The Knight of Pentacles is that snail energy. Justice, karma, plus accountability. Self-indulgence is your permission slip. Self-indulgence is your permission slip to stop centering them in your story. It's the full circle. Spirit laid their mess out for you. But the final move is you turning back inward. Okay? And so what I'm picking up is this. Spirit is saying, honey, stop breaking your own heart trying to heal theirs. This connection was never about saving them. It was about you waking up to your worth. And Spirit is saying that it's time to be selfish in the best way possible. Build yourself up so solid that no mask, right? No gossip-driven, breadcrumbing energy can touch your peace again. Okay, now here's the total energetic frequency, pile 3. This entire pile is screaming one thing. They are emotionally unavailable, and Spirit needed you to see it with no wiggle room. They thrive on gossip and distraction. They dangle, I'm leaving, but stay stuck. And they move slow enough to keep you waiting. Okay, karma, which is justice, is already coming for them. And Spirit ends it by saying, focus on self. So the total frequency, this was a karmic detour, not your destiny. It was designed to snap you out of chasing unavailable energy so you can align with the love that actually matches your worth. So let's keep it raw. This person, they were never going to give you the fullness you deserve. They like to talk, to gossip, to wear the mask, but when it comes to action, it's crumbs. And you have had enough crumbs in your life. Spirit is clear. Their karma is already in motion, but your healing is the point. The second you choose yourself, you close the chapter on BS connections and open the door to the partner who actually matches your glow. And listen, if this pile hit you hard, don't sit in confusion. My 3 for 33 is open. 3 questions, $33. Ask me about this person, your next love, your money, your career, your spiritual path, whatever clarity you need, we'll tap in. The link is in the description. Stay glowing, stay grounded, and remember, you don't chase love, you embody it, and it finds you. Period.